Hey everyone, it's Stefanie Garcia from voiceofdream.com, and I am currently on the floor because as soon as I got an idea for this video, that's exactly when my battery started dying. Isn't that the creative process, right? So I just got done doing a video with Ann Perry. She's a numerologist, and if you don't know what numerology is, I can't speak today, it's a study of numbers. Particularly, it's a study about how your birth date affects your life path and your personality. So ended up doing that video. It's doing really well. It's really being well received, and I'm glad that it's helping people. But one of the things I noticed in the comments is that a lot of people are commenting about being stagnant, about feeling paralyzed to move forward, and I have been there more times than I can count. And the one thing that I've learned in every single step of the way is that clarity comes through action. Period. Can't move forward without taking the first step, and it could be as simple as an email that you know that you need to send out, or doing some research online. I think what we get stuck on is that we think the idea or the project seems so big that we don't count the fact that there's like 10 different little things that you need to do before you get started. We just kind of jump to the enormous weight of the idea or the project that we want to do, and what we need to do is break it down and do the first step. Right? Case in point, this video I just got done doing with Ann. You know, what you didn't see was the behind the scenes of the creative process, of the back and forth emails of trying to figure, okay, what are we doing? Where are we going to go with this? Even in the recording, you know, it took a little while to kind of get our groove going and figure out what we were gonna, what the whole video was going to be about. It's a process, okay? It's a process, but at the same time, we still did it, okay? I think we get these ideas, and I think sometimes we sit on them, right? I know I did the very first email I ever sent to Ann. I knew I needed to do it, but I sat on it for a while, for whatever varied reasons. If you don't have any direction in your life right now and you're feeling stagnant, it's because you're not taking any action on the ideas that you have. And you already know, or at least have an idea of where to at least get started. Nobody does not have that information, okay? And if you don't, and let's say if you don't have that, or you're not clear on the first step, you got to create some space so that you can do that. And I will say one more thing about this. You know, I've noticed, even at least in my life, sometimes when I don't take action on things, it's usually out of fear. It's fear of, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't want to look foolish. I don't want to mess up, whatever. But I'll tell you what, the messiness and the trying to figure it out, that's a part of the creative process. Again, you can't figure out where you're going with things and gain more clarity without getting in there and getting your hands in the clay, so to speak. It's kind of like when you're driving down a highway at night, you know, you can only see so far with your headlights, right? But if you keep driving, you can see a little bit more of the road and a little bit more of the road. That's kind of how it works. You get an idea, and then the next idea comes, and then the next idea comes. When we were recording that video, both Ann and I were both thinking, oh, we could do this, oh, we could do this. You know, so that's the creative process, first off. And second, even if you mess up, even if it doesn't go out perfectly, right? A lot of people are afraid of failure, right? Failure doesn't exist, it's just data, right? Even if you're afraid of it not being perfect, even if it isn't perfect, if it helps one person, then it's done its job. Honestly, you can look at that video and you can pick it apart technically on so many different things. But the fact is that the message was way more important than the mess. And that's the whole point of putting it out there, and that's the whole point of doing what we do, right? So let's say you are taking action, but you still need some clarity. Maybe you got 10,000 ideas in your head and you don't know which one to start with. You can go to my website at voiceofdream.com and you can book a clarity session. In that process, we can deep dive and see what's going on with you and what you're really interested in, and then at least get you started in a direction. And as always, if you guys like this video, like it, subscribe, share it with your friends. I think that's all, right? Okay. Share with a friend that you think it will be useful for. And as always, guys, take care. Have a great day. Bye.